everyone.
You're welcome to our YouTube channel.
You're welcome.
If you're just visiting this channel for the first time, you're welcome.
Yes.
We're glad to have you. We talk about love, family, relationship, and of course God.
Yeah.
And lifestyle. And many other things. But essentially family, love, and relationships.
Yeah.
If you're a returning viewer, a subscriber, we want to thank you for your continuous commitment.
Yeah.
For always coming to visit our page, for always watching our videos, for liking, sharing, commenting. And if you didn't used to do it before, it's time to start.
Please.
So before we go ahead to speak, I'll just say, please, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, I beg. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. If you don't like it, leave a comment. Just say something. But I know you will like it. We know you will like it. So we're going straight into the video. But before that, my name is THANKYOU.
And I'm WetheTizas.
And together,
we are the Teasers.
So today we're going to be talking about something interesting as always. Yeah. August is our wedding anniversary month. Woo! I wish we had that.
We'll add it.
So I got to shaka. Somebody shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Anyways, yeah, and for the month of August, we're going to be doing something special. Every week, we're going to be uploading a video. So, okay, let me finish the thought, then I'll say why. We're going to be uploading a video, at least one video, talking about our marriage. And for every week, we'll be talking, and every week we'll upload, we'll be talking about every of the years of our marriage. So we're going to upload in this month 5 videos because this year is our 5th wedding anniversary.
Hallelujah.
Amen. You're supposed to be rejoicing. It's easy. Go on. I'm joking.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, but.
I'm joking. But yeah.
We thank the Lord for it's not that
easy.
Thank
God. Yeah, we thank God for how far He has brought us. So yeah, it's in celebration of our 5th wedding anniversary. So this is the first out of the 5. Yeah. So I tell you, it's a 5-part series. So stay glued to the screen and watch. Yes. So baby, God, take us into the place.
How was our first year?
Okay, so
first year from I do to the day we celebrated our first year anniversary.
Yeah, because we dated ourselves for a year before we got married. So yeah, 26. Maybe we'll do like a post anniversary video talking about the year before we met. Talk about first year. What do you have to say about the first year? How was our relationship?
Our relationship was good. I feel like it had 2 faces, or not 2 faces per se, but it was good in the sense that this is somebody you've been wanting to spend the rest of your life with, and finally you are with the person. Yeah. So it was exciting, for the first time we had our house, we had our space, we were always together, we could do what we wanted to do together, just enjoy each other's company basically all the time without having to schedule visits like when we're dating. And then I would say that we had the most disagreements in our first year. Right?
No, you're telling from your perspective. I'll tell you from my own lens. But yes, that's true.
We had the most of, in fact, you can compare probably the last 3 years, all the disagreements we've had, we probably had them in the first year even. So it was a time of learning and unlearning, understanding each other. So I would say generally our relationship was good. It was in the growing phase.
Yeah. And I think that was the same thing for me. We're learning a lot about
from your lens.
Calm down. Everybody's learning from their lens. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So as I was saying.
But you don't like glasses. Sorry, continue. I'm serious.
So from my own lens, if I was rudely interrupted, from my own lens. It was a learning phase. It was when we began to learn about each other better.
Yes.
While we're dating, we saw often, but it was not enough to learn about the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with.
Yes.
Especially what happens when you get married. You're freer.
Yeah.
There
are things that you cannot be hidden.
Yeah, you couldn't do, or we didn't have the opportunity to see while we're dating.
Exactly.
You now see them now. And then you see yourselves more often. So imagine
always seeing each other.
Before, when you saw each other, you dress up, you come, meet, and leave. but now you are staying together.
Yeah.
So you are doing life together. So it had its ups and downs. As you
yes.
said, we had more arguments, more disagreements. Then we don't argue, we don't fight.
Yeah.
Just more disagreements than in the first year. It was heated. It's that period where you be suspecting.
Like, they don't scam me.
Like I said, they scam you. Like I said, they scam you. And I know that now. Not in a very doubtful manner. In like, man, because the hurt is so bad, you're feeling like, man, who sent me to marry? And
I'm
all
telling
that.
you.
But we sailed through.
Yeah.
Not scaled through. Someone said we're not a fish. We sailed through.
Wow.
Yeah, we sailed through.
Sail. But continue. Sorry, ship. Continue.
We're in a relationship. So
there's
sail.
a ship.
You have to wisdom. You have to be thinking about these things.
See, now people have something to say that you said. I've been trending on our videos, so I want you to trend. We're in a relationship, so now you
I don't understand what's wrong
because
with
I
this
said
let's focus
nature
on
to
the
nurture.
subject. Let's major on the subject.
I'm trying to share glory.
I don't understand what. God.
Continue.
Anyways, this is how relationship is. You have to learn to live with the people you are with. So for our relationship, it was interesting. We had more up moments than down, but we had more down moments than compared to
most
now.
Recently.
Most recently. And it happens to most relationships. Let me not say every, because maybe people knew themselves better while they were dating than when they got married. And for many people, they don't know that the first year is very sensitive. So some people in that first year just quit. That's why people build the sense of compromise and all these other things. You start to learn how to bend to this person. What makes this person tick?
Yeah.
What makes this person tick tock? You understand? Tick tock. What you gonna do? Talk.
So we have categorized our discussion into.
So this is relationship. Our relationship, how our relationship thrived. There were some moments. Can remember categorically one time. We had to go to church. That's when you know that you can actually keep marriage with your spouse. When we're dating, it's not possible. The love. When I go to church, everybody's going to church on their own. It was strange. Everybody knew we were keeping marriage.
Because we're always together.
We're always together. When Nancy pastor enter church there, first day they enter church now. That was when we were Abuja, not just now. Then finances. For our finances, well, in the first year of our marriage, we're earning 50K. Yeah, that was my salary as a pastor in church I was working in before, serving in before we came down here to church.
Yeah.
So we're using that 50K a month. Now, here's the interesting part. From that 50K, you pay your tithe 5K, and it's deducted automatically. So there's the tithe of 5K.
So
then
we
that's
collect 45.
Then we take out 8,000, 4,000 each for offerings for the month.
Yes.
Then we live on the remaining.
Yes.
And then we had a logic, because I understood in the first 2 months of our marriage that my wife was better with finances than I was. And not because I was careless, but because of my position as a pastor.
It's asked more for help.
And then you are channeling more resources there while your family is suffering.
Yeah.
Or having how to manage it more. So I would pass it to her, and then she would budget everything, and then she had a stronger will to stick to the plan. Sometimes, and we learn this from office work. Offices create that bureaucracy, that process, so that it limits how much money is being spent.
Yeah.
So we adopted it with our family, and it works so well. We're able to do a lot with so little.
Yes.
It's surprising as
surprising
what you can do with what you have if you plan it well. And then apart from that, we enjoyed some level of favor.
And then, because we just got married, like in my culture, you send off the girl with a lot of food stuff. So we had bag of rice, a lot of, we had a lot of things. Though, those perishables now you have to keep buying. And then we had to be settling NEPA bill.
Yeah,
then we didn't have meter.
We didn't have meter in our house.
So it was built, and it was
So we were using meter.
They will come and just give you bill of what you didn't use.
Not meter.
So.
So it was great, because, for example, what am I saying? For example, I was thinking of something. I was saying it already. In our house, we never lacked food. Never. never, and we never will. We may not have any other thing, but food.
Yes.
Food was always in abundance.
Yes.
It was a culture, personally in my own house, it was a culture that my father imbibed in the house. See, there was always food. Some people come and visit us and say, why do you serve people food like this? Because there was always food. And then it was amazing to find out that was the same culture in my wife's family too. You know, food was never a compromise.
Yes.
You know, so I had it in abundance.
Yeah.
Was it the first or okay, it was the second year, we'll come to that. But food was always in abundance, just like this. And fortunately for us, where we're staying in Abuja was not too pricey. We're staying in Galadimawa. That's along Mason Street.
Games Village. That roundabout.
So things were more affordable. You could get some things easier than if you were staying in Woodsay and Guaripa and the rest. You know, so it was fair. We were able to manage ourselves, and we had fun too.
Yes.
Every celebration we
did something.
We did something.
It didn't just pass, you know, everything, even though it wasn't always so extravagant, but then we didn't let it pass. Even like our first month anniversary, our wedding anniversary, my husband made fried rice, chicken, salad, you know, he pampered me that day. It wasn't so like, oh, we go to a restaurant and the food will come down from the ceiling. It is great.
We smoke.
We smoke, or they'll be cooking it in front of you. Now we couldn't afford that, but what we could afford, we made do with it, and it was amazing. Even Valentine's Day, my husband did something. I was sick, that's why I didn't do anything, and I didn't even have money. But this man always, somehow, God just gives him money when he needs money. And so we just got me, this single rose with a teddy bear on top, could be attached to it, a box of chocolate and burger. And it was just special. So we didn't do extravagant things, but we're very comfortable. We didn't lack the basic things.
Yeah.
Food, toiletries, everything was.
And for those friends that, you know, that could or understood, you know, from time to time we were able to hang out with them sometimes, but sometimes we didn't. And that was the cost sacrifice we had to make. Some people were more understanding, some were not understanding. You know, so that was sacrifice we had to make to have a comfortable life as a family.
Yes.
Because we will not take our resources to go and chill.
Exactly. Finish it in one day.
One day and then come back home and be hungry.
Empty.
Yeah. So, you know, that's why. And then, you know, God just helped us.
God helped us.
Even for the coming of Judah, our son, we had everything ready, from clothing to
as in
all the bathing equipment,
everything. Hospital bills were settled even before the day of delivery.
And there was still money while we got to the hospital.
Yes, we didn't owe a dime.
Never will.
As in, God was just faithful. God was just faithful.
Yeah.
God really, 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 really helped us. And I think at the end of the first day, I got a job.
Yeah.
It was a simple job. I was earning 30K, and then I was working as a secretary, 3K for tithes. So the net income that was coming was 27,000. So that even helped to, you know, balance or cushion some effects.
Yeah,
some of the things that we needed to do, at least the 27K. In fact, I think if you remember, one of the things we did was that 27K. We're using it for saving, then buying things for Judah, like all additional costs that we didn't have at the beginning of our marriage. So that's what we're using that 27 for.
Yeah, and if we didn't tell you, you will not know.
You will not know.
Because the pictures were, you know. Anyways, but it was good.
God helped us.
Yeah. So when it came to our ministry, of course, we have to talk about our career.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. That's what we still do about pastors.
Yes.
To the glory of God.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. So, ministry. That was my introduction to full-time ministry.
Yes.
The first time, and I was head of admin. You know, I'm saying from my own lens, and then she'll say from hers. I mean, it was good. It was exciting. One of the most exciting things for me in that first day of our marriage was knowing that thing which God has told me that I would do, I was doing it. And so, before we got married, the Lord had told me the things to do in the ministry I was going to work. And then immediately He positioned me, I could enforce them. I began to put them in place. So it was just beautiful to see, you know. And I can say that the challenge we had, from my own perspective, was balancing relationship, family with ministry. So knowing when you're going overboard and neglecting your responsibilities as a husband, and knowing when you are doing underboard, you are focused on your family and neglecting the ministry. you have to put the two balance,
Yes.
pari passu and always
Yes.
learn to. So the balance was where I struggled
was-
a lot. As a husband, I'm saying as a man, I struggled a lot because sometimes, sometimes I would just come to the office because our house wasn't far from the church, so just come.
As in, like.
So my working 8 to
9 to 3.
9 to 3. I will be there till like 6.
Sometimes to 7.
And it's because you cannot stop work. If work cannot finish in this life, you understand? We're implementing stuff, so we're doing.
And that's where he will listen to all the messages he wants to listen to. He will pray for hours. So sometimes as I'm approaching church, I'm already hearing his voice, only him in church. I already know, say, I will just go and watch TV at home and wait for him. But continue from your lens.
So
let me know.
Yeah, I mean, striking the balance, and that's where our we didn't have dining sets then,
Yes.
but our
conflict.
Yeah, conflicts were coming from, you're not creating time for this. This is not what you told me.
Yes.
Anyways, it was tough for me, but I had to balance it out. The work rate, the expectations from me, then seeing how, not insufficient the salary was, and the bulk of work.
Yes.
In fact, the work I did, still till today, my legs still.
Yes.
There's an injury I suffer from because of how much I worked. But I thank God because it was a good learning experience. However, but that first year was really tough. Setting things in order was really tough, and then it affected our marriage a lot. Not that we're fighting, but we just had reasons to argue because I was giving too much time to the work.
Yeah. There was so much demanded of him that he needed to spend more time in the office, and I felt like when we were dating, this man was, every day with his boo.
Don't make you do that. I was not like 24 hours with her.
Obviously not 24 hours, but like every day
I used to see her, yeah.
If in 365 days we saw 360 days.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's
so we're always. So I was already used to him being in my company.
When I come.
People can assume your age from this song.
Let grace proceed out of my mouth. I don't sing such. I've overcome the world. I know.
I'm gone.
Anyways, sorry, continue.
So for me too, there was that issue of balance. Knowing that, okay, this person, because I knew that he loved God, he was passionate about the things of God. So there was that, trying to put that balance where I want him, obviously, he's my husband, and...
You say you want me, baby. Continue.
So, have we apologized for any noise?
Yes, Judah is here, so just, we're trying to keep my, keep him away, but at bay.
So, there was that issue. I remember a lot of times I would complain, you're not spending a lot of time with me, you're always not around, you're always in church. And then my husband said something that was frustrating the life out of me.
Oh, wow.
He was telling me, he said, if you're doing something, you won't feel this way. So I said, wow, so I'm now jobless.
Listen, it's a lie. It's a lie. I used to give her tax for the day. I say if you do the tax.
But that was after I started complaining when you were saying that because I'm not doing anything. And
I
said, okay,
because...
this is a solution. So my husband will not give me assignments. He will tell me, today worship for 30 minutes and pray for so minutes. Read your Bible.
Listen to this and this.
Look, some days there was one time he came up with one structure. He said that particular day I was going to build staying power. So I came to the office to meet him, sat down beside his chair, and we listened to one of Apostle Selma's messages.
Three of them.
Look.
And those days, nowadays, 2 hours, 30 minutes apostles to preach.
His messages were like 3-4
hours. Audio,
that
not
day,
video.
No, that day, I built staying power. In fact, what is more than staying power? I developed it that day. So that was the thing with ministry. And then I just realized that truly if I gave myself to doing so much more, I wouldn't feel that emptiness, because once he leaves for the office, I'm just like, my life is over.
You know, but the moment she took the job, I mean, it was amazing.
Yes, yes.
But you know, this is the annoying part of the whole story. I will close here because there's no need to say anything further. By the time she took the job, she was my secretary. Listen, I don't know who was secretary to who, whether it was me or her, because I think they run the error. God.
I was pregnant.
At the time she was pregnant, so I was doing the secretary, but it was all without.
See, that time he helped me because I would leave the office, go and make sure I've eaten food. Sometimes we'll be fasting, I'll come and sit down beside him, I will eat. Once I finish eating, I will sleep. I will need, but I know I tried for my
did
job.
Well for the job.
And they praise me, but
guy, it was not easy. You know.
But there are sometimes that he will have to, chip in and help me, and all of that. But
on a more serious note, at that time, that was when our ministry started taking root.
Okay, yes.
In ministry in context, like ministry defining what God will have us do together.
Yes.
We didn't know entirely, but that first year of our marriage, we started getting clarity.
Yeah.
That's when we began to work on how we can talk on relationships.
Yes.
Because we started in the church.
Yes.
We're talking just casually.
Yes, that's true.
With youths and
Youths.
we started talking, holding faith networking more regularly in our house before our son came. So that was that for me. So intimacy.
Help me.
SAX. Anyways, for us that was another learning curve in our relationship.
There were trying moments.
Yeah. Some people were more novice than other people. I'm not trying to say anything, but it's good that they were novice. So, and then they were learning, and we too were learning and unlearning bad things. So, unlearning the past, unlearning, but it was a good sale, we got used to each other.
Yes.
I don't know how to say this.
The first year was rough.
It was
because intimacy, that's sex now. It's not easy to just, as it doesn't just. I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't know, but it was not easy. Letting somebody into your space, like really into your space. That comfortability. Even being naked in front of each other.
My wife was really shy.
I was so shy. Hey, God.
Very shy. But it was good. At first I was frustrated though. I will not lie. I said, hey. You remember that day? I said, let me tell you what I said. And I sat her down. I said, can you imagine? People will look at me and say, it is my door hammer. Right?
Nothing. The worst part was when I got pregnant. Hey, I think for months, maybe not months, but for long periods, nothing will happen because I was sick.
I just say, they don't scam me.
No.
No, that one I thought they scammed me. I say, Jesus Christ.
That time was trying. In fact, the entire 9 months of pregnancy.
It was trying.
Even after birth.
There was one time said that when she was pregnant, we were trying to get to me, she started crying. I didn't even know because my mind was not there. I was just, they don't give me compensation. But she started crying, but because it was also painful.
I cried. Oh, God.
So, but
that first year was rough. It was rough.
One of the things that helped us was talking.
Yes, and that talking, I can never forget. It was when I just given birth.
Yeah.
That was into our second year now.
Yeah, so we'll talk about
that. Yes.
Yeah, so, that's that about. We can't say so much more.
Can't say so much.
Then, children. Of course, we didn't have a child then.
Yeah,
in our first year, it was just pregnancy. But, she vomited a lot. She didn't eat. I remember one vivid moment. If you ever watch this video, Sarah Malgui, you and Krista Bell, even if you don't watch it, I'll send it to people. When they came to visit, they were looking at her and looking at me suspicious, as if, in my mind, I could discern what they were thinking, but I was like,
they are looking out for their friend.
They thought that this guy, she was suffering. She don't used to eat. Nothing was staying. Anybody that knows my wife doesn't eat so much. Then she's now pregnant. Then in the pregnancy, she's not eating.
I was in.
She was vomiting everything. Got to the point where she was vomiting blood.
I'm telling you, it was bad.
So she was looking so skinny. People now thought that this lady, they suffer, especially when the pregnancy, because the protrusion didn't come out till after like 4 or 5 months.
Yes.
So in the first 3 months, they were like,
in fact, it wasn't so obvious till like 6 months thereabouts. That because my mom went and bought me big. Remember, people bought me gowns, so it wasn't even obvious. It was later people now started, coding.
Yeah.
That there was actually something. There was somebody that met me and asked me, said, "Is everything okay? Are you going through, something? Why, you obviously because I'm looking slim." I told the person, I said, no. One of the elderly women in church then, she was just asking, hope everything is okay. I said everything was fine.
I don't know why they thought that she was suffering, because she was flourishing suddenly there, of course.
Yes.
And the sad thing, I was not putting on weight. That was when I was adding weight.
Yes.
Let me tell you what was making me add weight. I was eating so late.
Yes, it was always fasting. It's true.
So I was eating late, and then I had a bad attitude of compensating for the day. So I'll eat when I break. Then later in the night, I will still eat because the food will digest. So you know how, and then my family has a natural propensity to be fat.
Yes.
So I say, people they look me.
And looking at his wife like, this man is eating his wife's food.
Hey, I say, Jesus Christ. Sorry, Sarah, for calling you out, but yeah, please watch this video now. It doesn't say your question.
Obviously, they knew the day they came. Just that day, they were really concerned. Like, are you? Obviously, if you see your friend looking slim,
and even when you were telling them, I vomit a lot, they were just looking. That's why I'm talking now. So yeah, but it was difficult. It was tough, and then me too. I was not familiar with it, and I was not used to the idea of pregnancy, because growing up I used to always dodge carry children. I'm the type that say, oh baby, and then stay. Till today I'm still learning. It's only my child I've carried.
Yes.
I've perfectly carried my child and carried him through, but every other, I love children, the idea of children. I like saying, let them stay far.
Yeah.
So but I recently I learned to, come closer to them. I love to play with children, but let them play. So I couldn't understand what was going on.
It was strange.
Now, I thank God my dad was there. I was just calling daddy. My dad's a doctor. So this, you say, okay, let her try this. Let her try this.
Yes.
Let her try this. And when private word, the doctor too, she let her try this. Let her try this. It was tough, but it was good.
It was tough. Even myself, my life was not my own anymore.
Yeah.
So the days were just passing. I can't remember a lot from that period. I just remember that my husband was always buying food for me. It was tough. I couldn't cook. If I'm cooking, the smell irritates me. I'll throw up. So there was no point. So my husband would cook.
Sometimes a neighbor will come and cook.
Yeah. So Kai, it was tough. There was one day my husband made jollof rice. That rice is jollof, aka curry rice. Even as we're eating, he say, ma'am, this rice has a lot of curry.
I want to do fried rice. I didn't know that I took a trip to India that day. Curry rice. But it was,
we have overcome
some of the frustrating times. I remember one time when I cooked. I was fasting.
I remember that day, Indomie.
I was fasting. She called me. I came home. I made Indomie. After I finished, I gave her. She said, no, she doesn't want that. It's smelling like omo. There's detergent inside. That she go and get if she wants amala. Be waiting. You know the temptation. I love Indomie. Listen, do you know how much I love Indomie? I was medically required not to, as in doctors, don't eat noodles.
Yes.
That's how much I eat noodles.
Yes.
Then I had to make it and not taste it.
And he was fasting. Then it was now rejected. That day, he stood with the plate to...
I closed it. I went, continuing from the office. I came back. I used it to break my fast.
Yes. As he was cooking, it was as if he poured area. I don't even just know.
But I swear.
You have overcome.
I've overcome the world.
So that's a recap of our first year.
Finally.
Yeah, finally.
Just a few moments you can remember.
Yeah.
Let me tell you one. During the pregnancy, one day we were just sleeping in the morning. My wife just jumped up. Boom! Still running. My wife don't mad. I was following my wife. I was not running, but I was just following her. Next thing I just saw what? Pap. A woman that used to say, how does she used to say it?
Bye, Pap.
My wife was running to her stop her to buy.
I heard it from my sleep.
Oh,
and I loved Pap. Hey,
Jesus.
If you see, I went looking for her so far. I got to the police station.
Yes.
That this woman,
Mommy Freeman. Mommy
Godwin,
Miss Godwin.
She saw me. She asked me, member of our church. She said, ma, what happened? I told her, I said, I'm looking for the woman selling Pap. She said I should go back home. She will send one of her children to go and buy it for me. That's why I said, okay. When the woman came to my house, I told her, I said, from that day, every morning, she must stop in front of my house. And that's how I was buying Pap every day.
Another moment I cannot forget is the first night of our wedding. After we finished, I was just waiting that, tonight. My wife had a bath in the hotel, and next thing she started sleeping. See, I was awake. Do you know the strange thing? I was not even touching my phone.
I remember you were
just lying down.
Awake.
I could not sleep.
It's true.
You know, I don't know whether I was anxious or she was saying no.
I was so tired.
I said, Jesus Christ.
And you know how when you now go for Thanksgiving, everybody just looking at you that woo! They have done something. In fact, somebody made a statement.
That the way I'm dancing.
That the way my husband danced on our Thanksgiving day, that the way he was packing his agbada, they knew he had taken this. Oh my God! What other highlight? I think another highlight was the birth of Judah. It was 4 days to our anniversary.
Yes.
Because he was born on the 22nd, our anniversary is on the 26th. So it was
that day. I remember that.
I woke up early to cook. My brother was coming. So I made jollof rice in the morning, fried meat, made salad. He came, we gisted, he left. So you and I were sitting in the parlor. Then my body was hot. I started feeling sick. Went to the room. I had false labor before. So my father-in-law had told me that, since the doctor, he told me that false labor, it will not take 2 weeks before I'll give birth.
Yeah.
So I was having cramps, but I just felt, it was false labor again. It was the main thing. So I stood up, went to ease myself. My husband was on the bed. What were you even doing? Doing something with pictures or something.
Next thing I just saw.
As I just walked out of the toilet, because it was in our room.
And I'm laughing.
I'm telling you, my water broke.
Water
just started pouring. My heart started beating like, Jesus, the time has come. If you see the way my husband flew, let me tell you why it was funny. We planned that I would do labor in the house. I will stay a little bit. Immediately my husband saw it, he flew. He went, wore his clothes, carried box, brought the car, let's go. I said, I thought we planned that we were going to, but it was good because even his dad, when he called him to tell him how the water was, he told us, let's go to the hospital. And it was our first time. We didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, because the water had actually poured more than it was supposed to.
Yeah, it gushed.
It gushed, man.
So
there is a well inside of you.
There is a well, and I go. In case you don't know the song.
Yeah, so yeah.
So basically,
let me see, what other moment?
Another highlight I think for me was when I was ordained the pastor. I was ordained the pastor in the first year. That was a highlight for me. That day, my husband was calling out the people to be ordained because he was like the person after the general overseer. He was the head of admin, so he was calling the ordained deacons that day. I was head of deacons board. They replaced me with somebody when my husband was calling because you call the service unit, the person is in. My husband was just blushing. I was just feeling like, if I made my husband this proud, how much my God. He was just calling, he was just blushing. Then he now called my name to the front. He was even among the people that prayed for me.
Let this be on record so that you will learn to celebrate grace. So I put hand on you. You think we're mates? We're not grace mates. We may be bedmates, but we're not grace mates.
Wow!
We may be housemates, but we're not grace mates.
Sir, I celebrate grace.
Yes. Anyway, so that was it. And yeah, we those were the major highlights.
I remember another highlight.
Which
Sorry,
one?
your birthday. I was coming out of sickness a little bit, 21st February, and then went to the cinema to watch a movie.
Okay.
In the night, you know, we're young, and you know those night outings, because both of us were not so used to it, especially when we were dating. We didn't stay past 7, 8, you know. So we said, and it was on a Wednesday, so we had to be in church for midweek service. After that, went to the cinema, watched a movie. I think that was the day we watched Black Panther. Was it Black Panther? I can't remember. A movie that just came out.
Trending, yeah.
We came out of the movie theater around like 11. We got to the car. The car refused to start. Hey! I say we are finished. What shall we do? We did though. My husband just stood. Was it the time you stood or you were in the car? He just held the key. He said this car will start. He just put it. The car started. Whoa! I ran. Entered straight home.
I carried the key because it was a shop, right? Everywhere was closed, dark. People were waiting for us to leave because we were like the only people there watching. Then I just took the key in the mighty Omorakaba.
Yeah, we prayed.
You must move. Now they speak in tongues. And then that's how we left. Yeah. It was amazing.
It was amazing. But that's the summary of our first year.
Yeah, summary.
Yes.
We couldn't, of course, we don't have enough time to talk about it, if not, it will become a movie.
Yes.
But we just highlighted some of the major things we thought to share.
Exactly. The second year has more, I think.
Yeah. So watch out for this next video.
Yes,
we're going to share the
next
second
week.
year, the part 2 of our 5-year journey in marriage.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for staying to the end.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for liking, sharing. Please don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe.
Please
share.
subscribe.
Please subscribe, like, share. You know, if you care about us, like it.
Yeah, share to somebody.
And then, you know, and maybe the things we shared is common with someone who is married, just recently married, or has been married for a little while and needs to be encouraged, not to think that they're the only ones that are going through hard times.
Yeah.
Listen, it gets better.
It gets better.
Yeah.
Let me know.
So thank you.
Thank you guys for watching.
We still remain with the teasers.
WetheTizas. Bye.
Godin, talk. Say hello.
Hello.
My name is Judah.
My name is Judah.
Teaser.
Teaser.
Oh, how old are you?
3 years old.
You are going to be 4 this month.
No, I'm not 4 years old. I'll be 3 years.
No, you'll be 4 this month. You are 3 years old. You'll be 4. Judah is a big boy. Oh yeah, let's do our shake. Stand on the chair. 1, 2, 3, go. You have faith, 'cause I found faith when I found you. Do you have faith?